We might ask, why is parameterization that important? And what will happen if we don't do parameterization? And what is parameterization? Let me show you what happens if we don't do parameterization with an example. We created a script to create an account with the pet store, and now we will validate the script with the values that we recorded. To validate the script, we will have to click Start Checking. Now, when I executed the script, I get this error response because I tested the application with the same value which I used to create the account. So now I have to change using parameter. So normally we used to change it each time when we create a new user, and this cannot be handled manually during the test. So we use parameters as part of doing it. To keep it brief, parameterized test can execute the same test over and over again using different values. It helps testers to save time in executing same test, which differs only in their inputs and expected results. And using parameterized test, one can set up a test method that retrieves data from some data source. Now I hope you understand what is parameterization and why we have to use it in performance testing. And this is your Vasant Shanmugam. First, let's create a parameter. So let's click the FX and open the variable wizard. Here we have to create a new file variable. I'm selecting file since I want to give customized value to test. So I select file variable. Also here we say parameters are user provided values. As I already told in my previous video, the file we can use are txt and csv format files. I am taking txt file for now, which I have already created. Another one best practice of creating these variables is to keep these files inside the documents which comes under Neoload projects and in the test folder you create. This will help you whenever you transfer the files to another system so they won't get missed. So let me select it. So we have imported the file now, and the default column separator we have is semicolon, but we can change it to a requirement and I use comma for that. So let me change it to comma and I refresh it. In case you have the column header in the file you created, you can select the option as column heading, else you can uncheck it and give the column header here. Now we have created and we have added a column name. Now let's go to the change policy, the value change policy. And here I select on each iteration so that the values will be different for each iteration during the validation. And then we have the distribution policy and I select local in scope and sequential in order to make sure all the data are used sequentially. And when out of values, I select stop the test. since we cannot use the same username to create another login. Let's click OK and let's click apply. In our next video, we will see how to use these imported parameters in the script. Thank you.